Hi, thanks for checking out this video. This is going to be just a kind of an overview of this little unit. This is a Gallagher S16. It's a little solar powered unit. Just a little bit about us. Fencer Fixer. We work on all brands of the electric fence boxes, but we are a dealer for the Gallagher brand and also the Power Wizard brand. We became a dealer for them as well. So this is a we've been working on fence chargers for getting close to 20 years now, about 17, 18 years, but only the last like 2 months we actually became a dealer for any brand. So I'm still 90% repairs. Occasionally people will ask, hey, what would you buy? What do you want? What would you sell? Do you got anything for sale? Or, whatever. So I always give my recommendations on stuff. You're always welcome, call me, email me, text me on that number that was on there. And I'll help you out and tell you what's good or bad, because I'm a repair guy by trade. It's what I've done for years on bunch of stuff. So and so we decided the last couple of months to bridge out a little bit, expand our fingertips a little bit on things, and we decided, like, well, maybe we can talk to some of these companies and become a dealer for them. And so the only companies I really felt comfortable dealing with was Gallagher was my number one. We talked to Power Wizard secondly, and they eventually got on board with us. Or we were able to get on board with them to be a dealer for their product, was because their quality is just top notch. You can't, from a repair guy's point of view, you can't get much better than the Gallagher stuff. I mean, there's other brands out there. There's Cyclops, there's Speedrite, there's Stay Fix and Parmak and all that stuff. I mean, there's expensive brands, there's cheap brands. There's a little bit of everything out there, and there's some crap stuff out there. So I didn't want to deal in the cheap crap stuff, and I didn't want to deal in the high end, the high dollar like Speedrite stuff, because it's just, I think for the money that Speedrite is asking for their stuff is just way too high for what you get on the inside. Their parts aren't cheap, their products aren't cheap, but their quality is not the best. So I think they're way overpriced in my book from a repair guy standpoint. So if you want a unit, get a hold of me. I'll help you out. This unit is it's an open package S16. So it was discounted down because the packaging was damaged, so they couldn't sell it as new because the packaging got damaged. So a guy like me, I called him up, said, hey, you got a customer looking for a solar unit, and I kind of gave him some ideas what's out there. He's like, I think the S16 would be a good one. I said, well, let me get hold of Gallagher and let me find out if they got any scratch and dent stuff. So I did, and they did, and they had some scratch and dent stuff out there, and they said that scratch and dent stuff changes all the time. They add things to it, they take things out. So luckily they had an S16 there in scratch and dent, and that's what we got the guy with a scratch and dent S16. So, well, here's the unit right here. I'm gonna turn on see if it even comes on. It doesn't even come on yet. So from the factory, this unit I think is brand new, but it got, I guess, dropped or something because the packaging was damaged. But that's, once you take a knife to this packaging, cut it open, you can't seal it back up. It's a sealed clamshell. But they also come from the factory with the battery not connected. It even says right here, battery requires connecting before use. So let's open the thing up. I like these little units because they're not very big, not very heavy. They got a 360-degree mount on the bottom. They can mount to a T-post. These little teeth right there. You can put on the T-post whichever way you want. So it's pretty versatile when it comes to mounting it. You can also mount it to you can run some long screws through the little holes right here. You can screw it to a wood post. We're going to open this back of it up here. Yep, and the battery sits right here. The battery is not hooked up. One leg is, but the other leg's not. Let's test this battery just to make sure it's good, because this is going to a customer. I don't want to send them a half-charged battery, so we'll check this little 6-volt unit. 6.3 volts, so battery's good. So let's connect this battery up real quick. So you'll have to do this first when you first buy one of these things. Hook the battery up. And the good thing about scratch and dent stuff, they're a little cheaper in price, so you can sometimes get a good deal on on a used one or open package one and still get a full warranty, full 3-year warranty on it, which is nice. Because half the time when you cut this packaging off, it's going to go in the trash anyway. So, you know, unless you want to keep the packaging on it. So I'll turn it on. See it flashing there. I'll turn the light on so it knows it's not dark outside. There it goes. Hard to see it with the glare from the light overhead, but you can see it flashing there. Hear it clicking. Other nice thing is it does come with a set of fence and ground leads as well. And they're just really portable friendly. So we'll turn it back on, put a tester across it, see what kind of reading we get out of it. Probably 5,000 or higher, I would guess. We're getting almost 8,000 volts out of it. About 7.5 to 8,000 volts. So 7,500 to 8,000 volts out of the thing. Let's see what kind of spark this little thing will jump. You know, these aren't big units by any means, but they're designed to do about 10 acres. Let me look at the... let me go grab a catalog real quick, tell you what these things are rated for. Actually, it says it right on the back of the packaging. And that says 2-year warranty, but these have 3-year warranty, so that's... don't worry about that. Okay, so Gallagher gives you 2 ratings. Clean fence, typical fence. Clean fence is single wire with not a lot of vegetation on it. Typical fence is multi-wire with some grass here and there. So Gallagher gives you both ratings. When you look at mileage ratings on the shelf on a unit, a lot of times that's clean fence, single wire, perfect world situation. So you don't always, oh, I'm only fencing in a 1/4 mile of fence and this thing's ready for 5 miles. Yeah, but it's a little dinky thing. It's not very strong. So you got to watch that a little bit. So S16 is a 0.16 door dual unit. On a clean fence will do 10 miles, 30 acres. On a multi-wire setup, with a little grass here and there, it would do about a mile or 10 acres. So, you know, you can kind of look at it. You know, typical fence where you need a little more horsepower because there's a lot more wire. There could be some vegetation on the fence. So these other 2 models, the S22 and S17, those are discontinued units. They make an S20 and they make the S10 still as well. So S10, S16, and S20 are the new ones. These 2 are, don't worry about them. Unless you find a used one on the shelf or on eBay or whatever, you might find one like that. But production-wise, they're not made anymore. Alright, so let's get the spark jumping on this thing. Let's see if we can find a pair of needle nose or something to put across there. Oop, gotta. Okay, you do this. Let me put it back here. It might not show up in the book or the video, but we'll. So these aren't going to knock you on your butt, but for what they're designed to do, they'll do the job right. You know, so don't think you're going to hit it and you're going to fall to your knees and start shaking and quivering because you got hit by electric fence. These aren't going to do that, but you're not going to be able to hold it twice. If you can, something's wrong with the fence, or it's not grounded well enough, or you're wearing some thick-soled shoes. That's why you're not feeling the shock very well. If that's the point, squat down to a knee to bypass your shoes, lay the back of your hand up to the fence. If it bites you real hard, then you know, okay, the unit's working fine. It's my shoes. Or get a digital fence tester and look at what kind of reading you're getting on the fence. If you're getting over 5,000, you're good to go. So, but yeah, this one's ready to go. It was a discounted unit from Gallagher directly that we bought for the customer, saved them some money, and they got basically a new unit that's got a scuff marks and cracks on the packaging and stuff, but the unit basically brand new. But yeah, if you're ever interested in one, get a hold of us, or interested in any Gallagher product, give me a call and I'll help you out. And you should buy it from a repair guy, not from a big chain store or whatever, help a little guy out. But that's us right there. We're just a repair place by trade, but we got into as a dealer for the Gallagher brand as well as the Power Wizard brand. So if you need, well, I don't want to spend the money on the Gallagher. Power Wizard makes some good stuff, and we're a dealer for them too. They make you get more power for the money for sure, and they carry a 3-year warranty. The quality is not quite as good, but they're good for the money. They're not the worst by any means. They're definitely better than Parmak and Zariba stuff for sure, and Patriot, and a lot cheaper than Speedrite, and they're good. They're decent quality. They're not Gallagher by any means, but they're not the worst. I mean, they're my second choice, and you get a good unit. Just don't expect it to go 10 years. You'll probably have to get it fixed at least once in 10 years time frame, but that's not too bad, I guess, either. All right, well, hopefully it helps you out, and if you got any questions, get a hold of us. Be happy to help you out.